Well, welcome, friends. Sorry, that was I don't know what that was, to be fair. I'd love to tell you what that was, but I've absolutely no idea. Just everything was wrong. I dropped the phone, so I just decided to delete the stream and start again. So here we are. Sorry about that. If you would be so kind as to tune back in, which it appears most people have. I do apologise. I'm all over the shop. I've been asleep. That is why I am late. So what a strange old day it's been. I do apologise. All sorts of shit's been going wrong today. I think I might need a new car. My friend's cat is unwell. Not the cat in the thumbnail, of course, but Richie G's cat. Richie G's wife texted us tonight. She was like, "The cat is unwell," and I was like, "No, not that cat." We don't wish ill on the cat. I'm not that kind of channel. But I am here at last. I did say I would stream, so I do feel that I should stream because I let on that I was going to stream. So here I am. I'm going to be pulling myself together for the next 5 minutes, frankly. I just need my head to sort itself out. Round 2 says, TJ Pradeep saying the kitty is licking the stream. We need bubbles just to know you're okay. If I could put bubbles on, I would put them on just so there was something on the stream. What are we looking at? Black screen. Yeah, it's Comme des Garçons on black. That's the reason that the screen is black is because I am lying in bed. I'll get up in a second if you give us 2 minutes. Back has been going absolutely crazy today and the last few days, frankly. And I ran out of medication. I ran out of painkillers yesterday, so it has been untreated. The pain has been untreated, friends. And I don't recommend being in pain that is untreated. Especially not if you've been in said pain for fucking years. Oh, God. Kind of came at us with a vengeance, like. Woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. Strangely, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning on the dot. On the very dot of 5 o'clock this morning. You could have set your rooster by us. I was fucking prompt. Right? So what was going on there is just beyond me. Oh my goodness. Well, it's not beyond us. I know exactly what was going on there. I just wish it hadn't been. Oh. We will shimmy over. We will shimmy over to the fragrance wardrobe, don't worry. I'm still committed to sitting up. Beg your pardon. I'm still yawning. A bloody stupid time to fall asleep, really. But that's what you get for fucking up your fucking sleeping pattern, I suppose. Ugh. What a day. What a day, my friends. What a day. Ugh. Get that hoodie off. Get this t-shirt on. Sometimes it's just nice and easy to just stream from your pit. I don't know if you've ever tried it. I recommend it to you. What am I going to do now? I am going to set up the desk. If everybody would like to drop in their scent of the day, that would be nice, while I try and knock the cobwebs off myself. And there's the carpet. Don't worry, I'm going to put the light on. Oh, I need to buy myself a new USB cable as well. Galen's fighting the urge to spend money on perfumes he doesn't need. Join us, Galen. Join us. What perfumes are you fighting the urge to buy? I'll tell you why you should buy them anyway, you bitch. Scent of the evening, Kenzo Jungle Pour Homme. Sold my Kenzo Jungle Pour Homme, the little one with the toothbrush on the top, out of vintage. Rich, did you enjoy my thoughts on Ambra Supreme? If you've seen them, I did see them and I did enjoy them, yes. What are we looking at? Black screen, says Paolo. Sorry, Paolo. Normal service. Well, black screen was normal service for a long time. Now I like to give you something to actually look at. You know, I'm moving forward like that in the channel. You know, what the duck? Sorry, this chair is creaky. I'm convinced this chair's going to give way one day. Black screen, maybe it's me, says Filippo. No, it's not you. New car, you just got new tyres. Oh, mate, honestly, I can't be pouring more money into this car. Like there comes a point where you've just got to write it off and just say, tit. I still remember the bubbles fondly. Those were the days. Those were the days. Some people weren't into the bubbles. Some other people were into the bubbles. That's life. You know? I don't know, it's really you if we don't see bubbles, says Manly Sons. Gotta have an exam on Indian history tomorrow. Not the greatest. I had an Indian last night. Not Indian history or an exam. Just an Indians. It was fucking shit. Not twice if you're okay. Dave Rich had a curry last night. Yes, I did. Small world. Truly a worldly man. Hello, Antonio. Black is the new black, says Phil. Have you slept till 5 with them howling winds? How you slept till 5 with those howling winds? Mate, I can sleep a lot longer than that. You do not have the painkillers I do. You only yawn when I'm around, for fuck's sake, says Jude. That's not true. I only yawn when I'm talking to people. Anyone can get it. Galen, here we are. I'm fighting the urge to spend money on perfumes I don't need, so I'd appreciate it if everybody here were editing anything that may be triggering. Galen, said and done. Streaming from your pit? Is that why it's black? No light? Hope you're wearing deodorant. If I wasn't wearing deodorant, you pervert. What kind of fucking talk is that? Richard Ramos, wasn't he the Night Stalker? Shisha Lounge. Evening. Scent of the day, Desandra. A sample from the source. Lighting a lot so far, says Matt MJ. Nick S is wearing Kenzo Jungle Pour Homme. Dev is wearing Agarwood by Healy. Jura is wearing Lapidus Pour Homme. I'm waiting for the perfume we talked about, Mitch. Ah, yes. Probably says by Labs. Santa de Colonia Futura. How is that? Is that Aqua de Palma? Imaginary offers a whiff of waffle cone, says Diploma Set. Yeah. I remember that coming out and thinking it was quite a cool name for a perfume, actually. Andresia's wearing Gallivant, Tokyo. I've got a friend who's moving to Tokyo soon. Scent of the day is Guerlain's Ambre Tournelles. Scent of the day was Guerlain Heritage. Ambre Tournelle for Galen as well. You mean the toothbrush with the cologne attached says scent of the day? Yes. If your insurance is good enough, buying shutters, run them into the ground, scrap and repeat is the best option. Well, I mean, fucking... That is what I do, kind of, but I don't claim on the insurance because the insurance just goes up. It would be alright if I had a very small accident where someone went to the back of his... Hello, interference. Touch wood. I don't actually want to have an accident at any point for any reason. Richard streams are like a bath. Not everyone likes the bubbles, says Joe. You alright, Chuck? You doing well? Welcome. Bubbles? No. More buttercup and blossom. DJ, my cousin calls it bangonomics. Afternoon Anoush. Streaming and easy, says Phil. Prodi was wearing derby, which I need to wear again at some point soon. Colonia Futura is nice. Wearing a lot of ferment, says Steph's just backed up 3 bottles, not gold cap though. I've got a gold cap, but I've also got a green and gold cap. I've also got an all green cap. It's good stuff. Hey Rich, I couldn't remember if you like Black Phantom. I kind of, but I'm not going to buy it. I've got a decant of it. I just, I finally got a bottle after finishing samples. My favourite gourmand at the moment, says Interference. Hello to all the lurkers, says Jura. Welcome, lurkers. Valued lurkers. How are you? Oh, I am parched. I had vegetable soup for me tea. It was delightful. Anuj Patel just followed you, says Paolo. Robin is deleting messages. Roy said joke once and I'm out of your mentions. Reuse a joke once. Do you ever have tea for your vegetable soup? What? Scent of the day vintage petite le trois in the square bottle, says Robin. Nice. Howdy, Enrique. Hello, everyone. Oh, well, today I posted off some perfumes. I got rid of my vintage Zeno. I got rid of Fahrenheit 32. Alright, where are we? Zeno. I need to remove these Zeno. So I've got Beau de Jour, I don't need Zeno. I had it. Fahrenheit 32, which I actually liked, but I wasn't wearing it, so really it had to go. And I got rid of some Amen. Sold a couple of vintage, well, sort of vintage Amen. It feels strange calling a fragrance that's, well, it's not in production anymore, is it? Christ. It feels strange calling Amen discontinued because it's been around for as long as some of the people in the chat, frankly. I think Amen, I've got bottles of Amen that are older than Dev. God. Mate. What's sorry, I just saw a very disturbing video. That was grim as fuck. What the fuck? Oy, oy, oy. Don't get snakes in the loft. God. To take on Mugler cologne, I like it. I like the smell of it, right? And I've got a couple of bottles, but I've got other stuff that does the same thing considerably better. The fact that it's not cheap anymore completely ruins the point of it. Completely ruins the point of it. You should pick it up at 30ml for 100 quid. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly the price point it should have been at. It was exactly the amount, the smell, everything spot on. The fact that it's been discontinued and that it's going for silly money is just completely defeated the entire point of that fragrance. Nobody mentions Rose Insons by Homage. It's stunning, says Paolo. Mad Mac. Any other Kouros similar to Ritz bottles? Not Sport. Parfums Co. That's probably the most similar. Then Sanofi. Then Gucci era. You know. I think Anuja's just said exactly the same thing. Oh no, which Amen did you get rid of? I actually had some bottles of Amen, some testers of Amen that I wanted to sell, and I saw people were selling them online for like 150 quid, so I priced mine at 85. I sold 4 of them in about fucking 3 days. Haha. Don't get us wrong, I've still got a lot of that stuff. I just wanted to, I don't know, it felt good. Felt good, you know, sending it out there into the world. Commiserations on your bad back, says Tim. Had 2 years of hell with my back. Bad feet now, but backs are just the worst. Oy, my fucking back's been bad for about what? Well, it started when I was a kid, so you could say about 30 years, but it started I had trouble with it when I was a teenager and I was getting, like, I was growing. And then it started to deteriorate more in my late 20s. And then by the time I hit like 28, 29, I've basically been, I don't want to use the word crippled, but I've been crippled ever since with it. Like, I've got a disease called ankylosing spondylitis, which on average takes 8.5 years to get diagnosed. And it took almost to the day 8.5 years for me to get diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis. Since I started going to the doctors, like, I was going to the doctors 3 times a week, man. They were like, oh, here's some painkillers. I was like, this isn't just a painkiller job. I was like, this is different. This is something is deeply, deeply wrong. And they were like, well, everybody's got a bad back. I was like, no. I don't want a sick note and be sent away. I was going to hospital 2-3 times a month for the first 2 years. And this went on for years and years and stuff like that. Was shit. Enrique, epic woman, jubilation woman, lyric man, gold woman, jubilation man, dear man, bracken man, epic man, memoir man. What did you say that? Calm down, scat man. What kind of spondylitis? Ankylosing. Ankylosing. I will put that in the chat for you, Filippo, my friend. Mad Mac, I read it as Riz bottles. My brain is too young for this community, says Dave. Rose Insons is nice too. Mr. Rose, I beg for clemency for my lack of proper English, says Phil. He's not even English. Is Bracken Man a good modern fougere? How do you feel about Beach Hut Man and Sunshine Man? I got 2 75ml refills of Mugler Cologne for 75 recently. It's a decent deal. I just begrudge. It's one of those things you stay around in the community for long enough, and the stuff that used to cost 30 quid a bottle all of a sudden becomes worth 100, and you're like, no, don't pay that, you fucking perverts. And it's just, oh, Pop Ephemo, I hope you're all right. With a fever, is it? Is it feed a cold and starve a fever? I think that's what they say, isn't it? Stay hydrated, mate. Drink through the fever dreams. Can't tell the difference between my Ritz and Parfums course, says Fosco. There aren't massive differences, I'll be honest. There aren't huge differences, but there are some. And once you know what they are, I don't know whether I should point them out, because once you know what they are, you'll not be able to unsee them, or unsmell them. You'll be like, oh no. It's just, as a general rule, the Charles of the Ritz is tighter. Everything's in its right place. Everything is in proportion, even though something like the Animalis is obviously like overdosed hugely, but Reef Ghost Pour Rum used to cost me £55 for an 80ml bottle. I'm almost paying 3 times that now. Yes, exactly. It's rough, isn't it? Lots of UFOs being shot down in North America in the last week. Doug, are the aliens coming for us? What did the ET scent of the light year would be? I wonder if that's why they've come. It's like Koros travelling at the speed of light, and somewhere 40 light years away, they've just smelled Koros for the first time. Charles of the Ritz. All right, you get 40 light year projection on some versions of Koros, Phil, my own language, American English, says Phil. Hello, Michael Harness. Welcome to you. Like the stream if that's your thing. Like the stream for Eugene. I'm sure Eugene would appreciate it greatly. Oh, I am parched. Had some soup for me dinner. Vegetable soup, and I always got that fucking, almost feels like there's a lack of, something. Oh, I've got a fragrance haul coming this week, friends, but I've also got a car bill coming. I've got a clunk and an engine management light on. That is pain and suffering, I can tell you. Good God. I see RXL did a video today. I don't know what it was about. It was I think it was the Valentino. It was the Valentino. It was the Valentino Uomo. Maybe it was the Born in Roma version. Who knows? Not me. Valentino Yellow Snow. I haven't smelled that one. I know Dura Rose is mad as fuck about that fragrance because it's been reformulated into Oblivion, apparently. Ankylosing, says Mad Mac. Yes, thank you, Mad Mac. That's the problem with back pain. Everybody suffers with it after a certain age. Well, we do all have spines, to be fair. It took me close to 5 years and at least 12 doctor visits before they took me serious. I feel it. Yeah, it's really... the amount of people... I understand the amount of people who turn up and be like, oh, I've got a sore back. So I get that, you know what I mean? I do understand that, but then years down the line, you ended up... After many a rheumatologist visit, surgeries like that. I had... How many injections? About 20. I had about 20 injections in my spine with like these fucking 8-9 inch long needles. I've had rhizolysis, where they stick fucking foot long fucking electrodes, 9 inch long electrodes into your spinal column. Burn the little fucking bastard nerves. That worked for a little while, actually. But then it didn't anymore, unfortunately. Where are we, Roche? Rich, I'm sending you a sample of ensalada now. Someone sold 50 ml Cled and Must Palais Royale for 30, hoping it ain't shite. I wouldn't mind a bottle of that. Devil's Sauce of IBQ, Vetiver Guy, Woody Hill Malthol and Rhubarb Notes. It's a massive and potent. Is your higher energy any good? Not for me, but I don't like I heard someone say that the first year of Chorus had a Costas note that was then removed. I don't know specifically first year, but the Costas was removed. It's probably silly Americans doing themselves so that they can misdirect. What with the balloons? I love Chorus in any formulation. It's glorious, says Nick. Yes, if you look at it in the wider context of perfume in general that's available now, there isn't actually a bad Chorus. I've got the modern Chorus without the silver shoulders. You know? It's better than fucking 90% of the other stuff that's on the market. You know? It really is. It's just when you compare modern Chorus to other Chorus, that's when it falls down. Which is harsh, you know? But sad but true. Sorry, I'm hard. What the fuck's the fucking floor doing? Piss off. Let me go. What the fuck? Floor was trying to keep hold of us. Maybe this vegetable vibe is something that rhubarb does for me, says Dev. Hello, John. James asked, how much does this cost us? Shut up, Jura. Sure, it cost us, but I get more sweeter florals in the Charles of the Ritz. Any snow in your area, James, says Michael. It is very annoying, says Filippo. However, there are many options of treatment. Let me know if you need some help. I'm an internal medicine physician. It's cool. Everything's kind of settled at the minute. It's not perfect, but it never will be perfect. Filippo, I'm on 2 kinds of immunosuppressants. One of them is methotrexate. The other is adalimumab. They have made a huge difference as far as the other symptoms go, like fatigue and stiffness in the morning. Still, it takes a couple hours to get out of bed in the morning. Every morning. Mornings are tragic, like. Phil Stevens, no, that's fine. How are you doing today? The greater news. DJ's back. What are your opinions on doorknobs, says just another Jack. Prefer a handle. Doorknobs. Weird. Like huge nipples, aren't they? I don't like huge nipples either. Prefer a doorknob. I'm not sure what that says about me, actually. Jesus. On doors, I prefer doorknobs. On women, I prefer boobs. I hope that's cleared everything up. So if you can't pay for private, then get it moved to the NHS. Okay, so what's the deal with the Zoman luxury brand? Which one? Because some of these NHS guys that have to go through to get what you need are horrific. Yeah. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do, what I'm going to sample next week, or just not sample. Valentino Uomo 2014 original by Olivia Poge, made by Puig, was divine. Then L'Oreal started making it down the drain. L'Oreal have fucking got to answer for their crimes at some point. Absolutely outrageous what the fuck they're up to. Lane, look far. I'm going to place an order on Anuj. Do you ship to the US? He certainly does. Anuj, have you got any Puig Valentino Uomo? Any of the original made by Puig? That would be interesting to know. No worries, mate. That stuff is so rare, says Fosco. Fosco, I wish I could send you. So if you ever come to the UK, let us know. You come around for a cup of tea. You just sit and sniff perfume all day without being tried to be sold any. And I can decant you little bits of everything, you know. Just give us prior warning first so I can order some sample vials. That'll be fun. Hello, Bri. Enrique says, has anyone tried Memory Motel? Created by Alec Monardo. I haven't. I've never even heard of it, but it sounds interesting. Pat says, hello, Rich. Sent of the day, Sycamore ADP. Just curious, have you sampled all of the Les exclusives? Yes, I have. And I don't rate them that highly as a line. There's not enough variance. You know what I mean? Michael John, welcome. Large nipples are better than no nipples. Well, yes. Jura says, Rich, are you high? No. Okay, that sounds great and news. I will be planning to place an order with you soon. Thanks. Rich, the brand itself is called Oh Man Luxury. Oh, shit. I found some. Then it's sold out the next day, says Jura. Rich is high on life. That's why I'm here trying to catch a contact high, says Phil. Michael prefers a big knob. Stephen says hello. Welcome, Stephen. James had a touch of snow this morning blowing in from the mountains. Just imagine Michael roaming the mountains like Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights. Dior Privé is the greatest, says Brody. It used to be. I used to be able to confidently, 10 years ago, I could have confidently stood here. Well, not stood here, but sat here and said the Dior Privé line is better than the Les Exclusives line for me. Bois d'argent. Uda Spahan. Oh, fucking Patchouli Imperial. Ambra Nui. I haven't worn that for so long. You do have that Anuj. Would you keep as a couple of bottles if it's the peach version? Please. I'll get one for me. I will get one for Jura Rose. In fact, I'm going to text you. How many have you got? Can you send pics? Where is my phone? Yo. I'm talking to Nuge on two different planes here. Sure. Jura was set. There you go, Jura. I have so many memories with that stuff. Well, if you want a bottle, mate, quickly speak. Anuja's going to do that right now. And then I can send them to Jura Rose. He can put his name down for a bottle or two. Excuse me. Also, what was that other thing that you wanted from Anuj, Jura? I just remembered that. I bet you were hoping I'd forgot that. But I haven't. Ciao, signore. Got a sample of Trench from YSL exclusive. I've been enjoying it. It's in this powdery iris with a musk mallow in the base, even though it leans feminine. What if I don't like both, says DJ? Well, fair play. You've saved a lot of money. I think the Valentino Uomo you want is the one where the black part of the box is a square. Where it says Uomo, I think the subsequent formulations are rectangular. Hope that makes sense, says Stephen. Nuge knows what he's talking about. I might get Gris Dior. I was intrigued by Gris Dior for a while, but I wanted the Gris Montagna one before they changed the name. Send Dudes sounds like a fraghead distress call. Send Dudes. I came up with that. Pradeep, you thieving rascal. Do you have the Intense too, Anuj? Send Dudes. Like Trench 2, it was a late bloomer for me. I thought Baby Cat was passable. I thought it was passable. I thought it was pleasant, but it was for a house that's come out with so many iconic fragrances over its lifetime. The fucking plight of the shit they come out with now. Awful. Intense. What's this, Jura? Intense? Thinking of revisiting Papillon or just keeping my cash for stuff? Keep your cash, but also get the... What is the best? The greatest 80s powerhouse? It depends what your parameters are. Jura Rose? It depends what your parameters are. We should get Jura Rose on. I was going to go on a stream with Ramsey, but I've just been fucked all weekend. And it just never came about. I intend to do a stream with Ramsey at some point in the near future. I'd also like to have Jura Rose back on. Baby Cat has that amber wood feel. Yeah, there's it. Whatever it is that's in that Baby Cat, it's done with a very light touch. You know? Any major differences with reformulated versions of Louder for Men? Yes. It's still good. It's still worth buying. The vintage one was a little bit more effervescent. Speaking of Laboratorio Olfactive, have you guys smelled Elena's work in the Laboratorio? The collection is called Viaggio in Italia, and they're just all Italian citrus names. I haven't, but I'm curious. Who mentioned it? Baby Cat has traces of Kaftan and Kaban. What is the best? The greatest 80s powerhouse. Pick one. I cannot. Oh. Oh, 180 Canadian each. Keep both of them for me, please. Anoush. Jura, you asked me to ask Anoush to keep... Was it a Misty Ore? I think it was a Misty Ore. There you go, Jura. I've sent you the message. Excuse me, I'm drinking loads of water. Thank you. Do you have the Intense as well? Jura, I've sent you a message on WhatsApp. Are you blind? No, you aren't. I am going to dehydrate. Give me 2 minutes, please. I'll be back, friends. I'll be back. Oh, dear me. What a day. Sorry, friends, I'm whistling in your ear. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm only going to go on till 10 o'clock tonight. We won't be getting our usual two-hour stream. Because I slept in and then fucked everything up. Whew, Lord. What a day. What a day. Dev's going to go to sleep soon. Good night, Dev. Thanks, Anuj. No problem. No intense, eh? Not to worry. Today I sent email to Monsieur Didier. He's a manager in Tazio Perfume in Cannes, and I hope that he can find one bottle of vintage Chipropolitan for me. The one with the statue on top. It is very different from the current one. I'll be in Cannes next month. 8 days of my vacation. Nice. So, what do we have? What's community moderation? Message delay. Slow mode? What? Blocked words. Community defaults. Screw that, I can't be asked. Sounds wonderful, Dushan. So, I'm going to be the owner of a bottle of Valentino Uomo by Puig. It's like this, it's not a souffle. Is it a souffle? Is that the one that it is? Is it a souffle note? Or something like that? Oh, I'm itchy. An itchy wrist. Block uncut gem. Yes, and lemons. Ooh, hang on a minute. Chat filter. No. Message delay. Participant. Anyone blocked words. Where's lemon? Community moderation, blocked words, lemon. I've blocked lemons. Get in. That will sort me right out. I should block uncut gem. I wish I could just do that in real life. I miss L'Autre Can, says Prodip. Excuse me. My friend will go to the other destination. He will try to find me vintage Pot de Espagne in Florence at that time. You might... Oh, baby. Ages ago. What's the Gourmand note that's in it? Jura Rose. It's time to attack vintages. Pradeep, Richie Rich. Lemon. This is Lily. No, but you can't post actual lemons in the chat anymore, I don't think. I just had an epic piss. I'm almost proud of myself for it, says Nick. Nice. Oh! Pradeep, you shit. How did you do that? Oh no, sorry, I didn't do it properly. Hold on. Oh. Dusan says, Rich, send me your email. I shall put it in the chat. Rich Mitch. Emojis not included, maybe. Try it again. You can't say lemon anymore. Why not, says Mad Mac. Don't like lemons, mate. They're awful. See if you can send lemons again. Lily of the Fragrance Valley, hello dear, says Dushan. Dushan, have you got my email address? It's right there. Once you have it, let me know. I'll take it down so that strangers don't get it. Or weird people don't get it. Don't mind strangers having it. I missed the lemon drop, says Yura. Lemon, says DJ. Unlucky. You can say lemon, but you cannot drop lemons in the chat anymore. Sensational. Phil Stevens says, hand to God, first time I send a lemon in, you block them. Oh, hey. Proper tyrant me. Love it. Haha, what the fuck? DJ can send one, that's not good. I'm gonna unmoderate him. I'm gonna take his powers away like Superman did that time. Oh, DJ retracted his message. Doesn't want his powers taken away. Okay, do son. Oh, excuse me, friends. I'm bloated after that soup. Maybe it's a little bit too much salt. I dropped a lemon, but you can't see it. It works. Phil Stevens dropping Superman lost his powers when he fell off that horse. Ooh. 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 Harsh. Let's talk about scent of the day, friends. What did I wear today? Let's have a think. Today I wore... The fuck did I wear? Aha! Today I wore a Serge Lutens fragrance and it was Vetiver Oriental. We three kings of Oriental. Vetiver Oriental in this case. Aha! How'd you like them apples? Tremendous. It's even got the Palais Royal on it. I got 5 bottles of this. 50 quid each. It was green, says Pradeep. What's everyone wearing tomorrow? It's a tough choice that I always struggle with. I always struggle to pick what I'm going to wear before I wake up. And even when I do wake up, sometimes I'm struggling to think. But this is very different. I wouldn't mind getting a decant of the new stuff because for me, this is considerably different. It wears differently. It smells differently. The new Vetiver Oriental is much more of an amber fragrance, whereas this is much more of a chocolate fragrance, like a green chocolate. That's the best way I can describe it to you. A green chocolate. Yeah, Dura Rose does send gifts. It's weird. They put that shite in a bell jar for a fortune, says Pradeep. Yeah, it's scandalous. It was green. Dura's a camel. Aubergine. He asked for videos today. I did. He's been sending us these gifts for years, and it's like, what are you doing? Stop that. How's he doing it? Scent of tomorrow is Lartisan's Zonka. Oh no. Must be mate taking his cat to the vet. Oh my god, they've taken blood from the cat. Oh, fuck, how do you take blood from a cat? Jesus. How do you take blood from a cat? Oh my god. Where are we? With a syringe, yes, I would imagine. Is Claire de Musk good? Yes, it is good. Robin says, I've tried the new Vetiver Oriental a few days ago. The opening was lovely, but hours go by and I only smell a predominant Irish chocolate combo. Reminded me a lot of Dioram Intense. Yeah, it's got that kind of deep, ambery. It's more wearable, I think. See you later, Duros. It's got this kind of deep, ambery, kind of rounded, thick, traditionally, like more like Ambra Sultan in the base than this version I've got. This stays greener. It stays... the only way I can put it is like a green chocolate. Imagine cacao leaf, not cocoa leaf. That's completely different. Cacao leaf. Imagine the leaf of a cacao plant. All right, it's got this green, slightly bitter. I really like the sample though. Pardon me, sorry. Giant burp. I really like that sample though, says Robin. Try and compare it to the vintage version, very unisex. So I wouldn't mind trying the older Vetiver Oriental. So that's the only way I can describe it to you. It's very nice. It's very well made. It's very Serge Lutens. There's something just a little bit unsettling about it. Like all the good Serge Lutens. There's something that's just slightly different, slightly not what you were expecting. Excuse me whilst I hydrate profusely, if you can. Oh no, Peter Kokorin feels like it should be the morning. But you know any fragrances similar to Bel Respiro with that green grass note? Green grass. Moan by MOWN by who's it by? Hans Henley. That's got a green grass note. Gap grass. Gap used to do it. Go and watch Robes Awaits' review on Gap grass. Like a $20 fragrance. Now going for like $400-500. Know what I mean? Crazy talk. Try Vert the Bohème by Tom Ford, says Micah. Which patch of Virgin Island water do you have? Says Duson. Right. So, Pat Lester, to answer your question, not off the top of my head. Ricky Tomatoes, hey Mitch, you should do an ASMR stream while you eat. Mate, I try not to eat on stream. I've chewed down on a few things before, but I'm not sure it would be that much appreciated, to be honest with you, if I started eating on stream. Although there are some people who are into that sort of thing. What shall I wear tomorrow? I might wear Fahrenheit. I might wear another Serge Lutens. I could wear a Serge Lutens every day this week and still not wear half the Serge Lutens I've got. Like, I've got like 20 Serge Lutens. I could wear a different one every day for 3 weeks. I might wear the thing about Serge Lutens is, right, is that I've said this before. If I ever even stopped collecting fragrances, I'd still keep buying these bottles, these ones of Serge Lutens. You know. Germ says not a fan of listening to people digest. To be honest, no, I've got to be honest. That's not. It's not something I would watch personally. I've got an itchy foot. Itchy hoof. I just spilled some Monsieur Couturier all over myself. Smells nice, but fuck my life. Oh dear, was it a splash bottle? Serge Lutens 5 o'clock au gingembre, any good for someone who enjoys masculine scents? Let's have a whiff. Depends if you only like masculine scents. You know? Because I like masculine scents, but they're not the only thing I enjoy. Where the hell have I put it? I'll tell you what's an underrated one. L'Orphelin. L'Orpheline. L'Orphelin. Saint Al Majuscule. The people who love Saint Al Majuscule love it. But it's underrated. It's underexposed. Fucking what a fragrance that is. One of the best sandalwood fragrances that there is, like. There's Filet Narguil, there's Féminité du Bois, there's Féminité du Bois, there's Rousse. I was looking at a bottle of Rousse. There's Miel du Bois, which is brilliant. Where is my 5 o'clock au gingembre? There's Araby. Right, I'm going to have to go back this way. Rousse is absolutely sensational, by the way. Rousse is another massively underrated Serge Lutens. Santal de Mysore is overrated and mediocre. People's loud eating noises make me want to commit unspeakable acts of violence, says DJ. I'm a big fan of the Vapo line from Serge. They're fun and look great, says Pirelli. Do you like Trisardi Uomo? I think it's overrated. I sold my bottle to Ramsey. So that was cool. But yeah, I was happy to sell my bottle as well, if I'm being perfectly honest. There it is, right towards the fucking back. Jesus, what are you doing there? Le Fille de Berlin. Show us your silver Irish mist. I haven't got a silver Irish mist. Silver Irish mist. A silver Irish mist. Irish mist. I haven't got one there. Here is Serge Lutens 5 o'clock au gingembre. L'Orphelin. I think L'Orphelin's actually really nice. Like, it's got a freshness, a class about it. En Bois Vanille. Sergei, which I tend to wear in the summer these days. Saint Al Majuscule. There's Amber Sultan. Oh, good God. So here we have in front of us 5 o'clock au gingembre, Amber Sultan, and Vetiver Oriental. All fantastic, really. You know? All fantastic, but 5 o'clock au gingembre, is it masculine? Would you enjoy this if you enjoy masculine fragrances? Let's have a smell. Oops, sorry. I just whacked you. Whacked you up there. Yes, but you would have to dress appropriately for it. You would have to at least look smart. You've been absent in some live streams, says Enrique. Who are you talking to? I see I have more of the 12. More of the 12. Glad you are here, says Enrique. Most sensual Serge Lutens, Féminité du Bois, would have thought. Ricky Tomato says Santal Majuscule versus Santal Blush. I can stop you right there and say Santal Majuscule. I don't know what you're going to say next, but Santal Majuscule is much better than Santal Blush. Which one pays the best tribute to Sandalwood? Yeah, Santal Majuscule. Do you have Forêt Noire, Rich? No, I don't, unfortunately. Enrique Vasquez, I will be free tomorrow. We will chat in the live streams. Any thoughts on Joram Studio? Is Joram the Scottish guy? Loads of people say that he's really good. This 5 o'clock au gingembre is beautiful. Is Santal Blanc any good? Yes, but not for top prices, it's not. It's silly for top prices. Whoops, a daisy. Sorry, I've just turned YouTube off. Only do sample set of a few, the rest, nope. Rich, do you prefer Shiseido's Féminité du Bois or that one from Serge Lutens? The Shiseido's better. Been listening, but not in chat, says Antonio. Welcome. Santa de day, Julie Mad Garuda. Dusan, how have you been, says Antonio. Do you have your Feeling Agile bottle, says Interference? Yes, I do. Why do you want to say it? I could do another Serge Lutens. Family portrait, but it'd probably be out of date. Alright, I'll give us a second. I'll get that out for you. Oh God, where have I put it? It's behind Roos. Oh yeah, what have I done? What have I done that for? Can't be putting Feeling Agile all the way back there. Yikes. I might do a Serge week, you know. Just wear Serge Lutens all week. There is my bottle of Feeling Agile. I also have a backup, 100ml full of Feeling Agile. Oh, that 5 o'clock au gingembre is beautiful. And Bossé, you say? Did I just see Rush Duran here? Yes, I did. Welcome to you, my lord. I love both Fendi and Moschino Uomo. I've got me Fendi. Me Fendi's back over yonder, back behind Queer Canage and Real Patchouli and blah 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 blah. What's the other one? Enjoyed New Holland yesterday. Do you wear the Fida Berlin? I haven't worn it yet, no. Or I have worn it, but I haven't worn it for a while. Just realised though that my 5 o'clock and Vet of Oriental, the newer bottles, damn, says interference. Not to worry. Just realised I found one more Pot de Espagne. It's from Aritzia. Only one that likes the Tour Noir. But yeah, I've got to admit I could leave that alone. There are so many Serge Lutens that I love and that I want, but he has so many fragrances that there are some that you just couldn't possibly like. Which one is it? Chypre Rouge. It's too much. It's too much. It scared Robes. I remember Robes doing doing a first impression or something on it, and he sprayed it, right? And the look on his face as it came over him was like, it was akin to what can only be like, do you know those old 50s nuclear fallout, nuclear blast videos where they would put like mannequins in a house to show what would happen to like people if the nuclear blast went off nearby? It was kind of like that, you know. He was just like, and it was just whoa, you know what I mean? You could see you see the skin being like peeled back from his face. It was hard times, baby. It was hard times. What is your favourite papillon, Mitch? Well, I bought, lost, found, and then lost again the sample set. So unfortunately, I don't know. I think it's Tobacco Rose. I'm going to have to get another sample set from her. But I know for a fact that as soon as I do, I'll find the sample set, the original one, and I'll be very upset. You know? So, because they're not cheap neither. So the Palais Royal is the older, and then the new one's to the left. Yes. The oldest is Shiseido purple labels if the scent has them. But Serge Madness prices are insane, and only a few have a big difference from vintage to modern. That house has never clicked with me. I appreciate the craftsmanship, but it's not what I want to wear. I understand that. Time to go. See you later. Dushan. Dryad is one of the finest shippers ever made, in my opinion, says Nick. La Couche de Diable tomorrow night. Spice things up a bit after dark. It's nice, that one. That's probably my favourite one since after the rebrand. It's a bloody good little fragrance, that. Trying to think if I want to sample something this month or pass. No, sample something. Robin says, Robes uploaded a video of Bois Sicard from Atelier des Eaux today. He'll enjoy that. He likes a good smoky fragrance. I have smelled a sample years ago and struggled a lot with it. Smelled like roasted meat. Yikes. Bit of roast both. Up there was shit with a Coty Parfum for me, says Nick. I will never not bully those who spend big madness monies on Serge. I mean, you see these bottles in front of you, right? I mean, Feeling Agile notwithstanding, you can pay hundreds for that. But even the Ambra Sultans and the 5 o'clock Eugene Jambres on eBay, they're going for fucking 150 quid now, not sealed. So partials, you know. It's crazy. Exactly, on Boisicar, burnt meat for me also, says Interference. I can imagine Rob's appreciating that. He's always loved a good smoke note. You know what I mean? I remember when he used to say that he would wear Cade. Just straight up Cade oil. You know what I'm saying? Dreamy. Good water. I wasn't blown away by Anubis, but like Salam and Dryad. Sorry, I'm just going to drink this water. Oh. Greetings, Tripler. Would love a bottle of Anubis from Papillon. I ordered a couple of sample sets. Ordered a few things over the weekend, like sample-wise and stuff. One moment, please. Oof. Ma'am, can you fill the bottle up when you come up, please? Oh my goodness. Oops. Oh. Officially declare Serge Lutens week for me, starting right now. Are you going to, are you? Are you going to wear Serge Lutens all week? It's good stuff, you can do it. There's enough variety in the brand. There's enough variety. It's like Girl On. There's enough variety in Serge Lutens as a house that you only need Serge Lutens. That was painful to even say that, because it's not something I would want to do. But there is something there. I remember Galen did a he did a month of it, didn't he? Scent of the day is Trussardi Uomo. Somebody was talking about Trussardi Uomo before. Scent of the night is Chergui, or Chergui, if you will. Chiceros Feminite du Bois. Versus Serge Lutens Feminite du Bois. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to put these away. Alright. Vetiver Oriental. Feeling Agile. It is really good Feeling Agile, to be fair, you know. Is it worth the prices they're asking? No. You can get also, which is about 90% the fragrance, but I mean, it's not 90% the fragrance. It's not as good, but rather than pay those prices and reward that behavior with money, I would rather wear also. You know what I'm saying? So here's Feminite du Bois by Serge. Here is Feminite du Bois also by Serge, but for Shiseido. Rush says, I have 4 Serge Lutens frags. Great Canadian winter grabs. They hold up to the cold well. Yes. Yes. Rush is right, as usual. The voice of experience. Scent of the day, Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Ooh, my Noir Extreme is back over yonder. It's on the other side. I haven't worn that this year, actually. I always consider that a really good casual night out, night at the pub, night at the bar kind of fragrance. Smart. Dressed smart-ish. You know, nice jumper. Nice bit of wool, you know. Maybe it's a cardigan. Thoughtful. Pair of glasses. Guerlain, my favourite house of all time. No one even comes close to them for me, says Nick. I think Eugene would agree in the main. He would also say Chanel, but no, I just don't think Chanel. I think Chanel go about it the right way. I just think that the adherence to the aesthetic limits their ability to make different fragrances. I think if you let Christopher Sheldrake have free reign with their materials, but then he's obviously got Polge, who wants to work in that Chanel-esque kind of way, you know. I think the perfumers are restricted by the overall aesthetic, or they want to be. They want to fit in with, and I get that, working to that kind of aesthetic. I just think that the stuff that Sheldrake created, classically French but very strange perfume for Serge Lutens, you know. Serge Lutens smell really classy, even if they are completely bonkers, you know. For the Olibanum richness of Filonagil, Xenia Passion is the only thing that comes close. Have Arso too, but the dry down bothers me a bit. What bothers you about the dry down, Tripler? It's their early feminines, Rich. They're absolute masterpieces, says Nick. Well, it's hard to argue with that. You could say that, I mean, Heritage was the last great girl on. Truly great girl on. What you would consider like the critic's choice. You know? Some people could say that it was Lindstont. Some people would try to argue, I mean, I could even say that I think that Thierry Vassar's best perfume for them is Encens Mythique. But that might be showing it is showing my bias more than Encens Mythique is the last great girl on, says Paroli. I would like to agree, but I know many who would disagree. Oh, why have I done that? Sorry, I've just thrown something in the bin that did not deserve to be thrown in the bin. Oof. Where are we? Do those old masculines hold up well over time? Who from? So my Filonagil is only 11 days older than my 5 o'clock bottle. Yet, 5 o'clock is in the newest style bottle. 9th of the 8th, right? Are you using American dates here? Yes, you are. Right, so the 8th of September 17 versus the 19th of September 17. Is that really when they changed bottle? Not necessarily. Sorry, American dates. It's all right. I don't know. It was around that time, though. Like 5-6 years ago, wasn't it? And then the rest of the stock just had to filter through. It could have been during the crossover. You might just be that unlucky, mate. That is quite... It could be the database you're using to try and... It could be the database you're trying to like reference them against could be wrong. You know? Rush says ordered Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal Intense a few minutes ago. I mean, never wear it, but wanted it for my collection anyway. It's like the bottle. I get tempted. I've said this before on this channel. I think that I could be a bottle collector, you know. I might not even be a perfume collector. That's slightly tongue-in-cheek. I'm being exaggerating there, but I do like a good bottle, you know. I do like a good bottle, I must admit. Excuse me. The also dry down loses the plot for me, where Phil Nagil holds the incense notes. Also just turns to goop on me after a couple hours. You see, for me, also, right, is very linear. All those perfume aromas are very linear. You know? Extremely linear. I would like to see whether I could wear both of those and compare them. I should do a comparison video between these two Feminité Dubois, shouldn't I? I should read up on the lore, the LORE, of these two fragrances, find out what the shtick is, and do a video. Sorry, I had a bit of a brain fart there. The Vetiver Oriental might even have the good juice still. I would say as well, you know, the modern Vetiver Oriental I still think is more wearable. In you know what I mean by more wearable? It's easier going. It's probably more punter friendly. You know, like your average person in the street would find it easier to wear because it dries down to much more of a classic amber Oriental kind of dry down, whereas Vetiver Oriental that I've got, especially the Palais Royal version, that has got this weird green chocolate thing, like green cacao. It's the only way I can put it. You'd have to smell it to know what I meant. The Vetiver isn't rooty, it isn't smoky, it's green, but it isn't grassy. All right? It's more grassy than rooty, but it's not grassy in and of itself. You know, I sound like I try to avoid this thing on my videos where I say it's smoky, but not too smoky, you know, because that's like, I try not to do that because it's not a very insightful way of describing, but, and I have done it before, trust us. But it's green, but not so green that it evokes anything other than greenness. You know, it doesn't. You would have said it was more blade of grass than grassy. You know, when you were a kid and you would play on the grass and you would pick a blade of grass and you would put it between your hands and blow through it to make that crazy noise. And then you could inspect a blade of grass and realize that it's not like a long, straight sort of blade shape. It's like it's got a curvature. You know, you would see that when you looked at it up close. Imagine it's got that greenness, a single blade of fucking grass type of greenness. This 5 o'clock Rouge and Gingembre is sensational. Dear me. Isn't it weird? You don't smell a fragrance for ages, and then you go back to it and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm going to end up wearing this tomorrow. I'm going to end up, if I'm not careful, if I do 2 days in a row of one house, I will be very tempted to wear the whole house for the week. You know? I'm the type of person who thinks one of anything's all right, but two of anything is a collection. And at that point, at that fucking point, you can't stop at two. One is enough, two is not enough. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Oh dear. What am I like? First statement on perfume aroma linearity. You must like it to be able to live with it smelling the same all day. Yeah, I mean, do you know what it is? There is definitely room for that. You know, there's definitely room for that. For a fragrance that just bang, you pop it on, and what you see is what you get, and honestly, I've got plenty fragrances. Well, I've got plenty fragrances like that. I've got fragrances like that, and I enjoy them. You know. Also, and Patchouli by Parfum and Roma being just two examples. You know, I'm looking around at my collection for things that smell the same all day, and I just can't find any now. Escada Magnetism's a bit like that. Noir Anthracite by Tom Ford. After you get past that first hour, you're in for a pretty steady ride after that, you know. That Jean-Paul Gaultier D squared. That's not D squared. Fuck me. What's it called? Out here. This one. Gaultier squared. Not even D squared. It smells so much like a Coeur de Jean. It's unbelievable. I can't keep out a note, man. Nice purchase. Triple. Just got Oscar de la Renta Gentleman delivered. Bought for the bottle and to honour Oscar. The juice is interesting, but the leather wood may be listed next to the amber wood on the duck shit list. Yes. 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 You may be right, mate. You might be right. It's vague, but not too vague, you know? Yes, well said. Rush says, I simply adore Mitch's approach to fragrances. Rush, you are too kind. It means a lot coming from you, that. Rush is a legend. I still need to order Dessandra, says Jonathan. John, oh yeah, I think we have similar taste. Where are we? Josie, nice purchase. What did Josie purchase? Bellarma's on the way, so excited. Good, man. You can't knock it, Josie. Oh, that's Dessandra. Oh, sorry, I'll smell this. Oh. If you've ever smelled Devon, Ramsey nailed it. Like, I thought it smelled a bit like Bellarme. And not Bellarme, Bellamy. Who could possibly confuse those two names? I think it still does have a touch of that. It's in that kind of 80s classic men's sort of not animalic, but still smoky, slightly upper class kind of male fragrance thing. John says, I'm seriously considering backing up my La Couche de Diable. That hasn't been discontinued, though. It was Le Participe Passé that was discontinued, and rightfully so. Smelled like cheap curry. Not even a good curry. Dare say they might have got away with it if it was a good curry, but it was a bad curry. A bad, cheap curry. In this country, Britain, right, we have chip shops which sell fish and chips, would you believe? And in these chip shops, you can get not just fish and chips, but you can get pie and chips. You can get chicken nugget and chips. You can get mushy peas and chips. And what the hell was I saying that for? Oh, yes, you can get gravy on your chips. Perverts, don't ask. Weird, right? It smells... The Participe Passé smells like cheap chip shop curry sauce. Like powder, hot water, corn flour to thicken it up, and serve it, and it's rancid. It's rancid. It's so bad. I know the bloke, he was called Jonathan. He still is called Jonathan, to be fair to him. And he was like, smell this. And I was like, go on then. And he was looking at us, and I was like, all right, go on then. How then? We're expecting a surprise, are we? And I smelled it, and I just looked at him, and he looked at me like that. And I was just like, what the fuck is this like? I was like, is this for real? And he was like, yep. I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's no fucking way they'll sell that. And he was like, it's crazy. I was like, that's absolutely insane. He was like, yep. And then, strangely enough, here's one for you. Same guy, right? A few weeks later, maybe a couple of years later, something around that sort of time, right? He took us over to what the hell? They're going to bin Lilt. Jesus. They've discontinued Lilt. It's a totally tropical taste. That's outrageous. Anyway, right? A few months later, he took us over to the Gucci counter and he was like, smell this. I was like, how then? And he showed us something. And what he showed me, he was like, they'll never sell this. It's fucking awful. And the first time I smelled it, I was like, ugh, that's foul. What the fuck? All right? And it was Gucci Guilty Absolute. I remember slating the girl who was trying to sell it, bless her. I was like, you'll never smell that. It's foul. She was like, no, it's brilliant. I was like, no, it's not. Fuck shite. She was like, no, it's not. I think it's really nice. What, 3 years later, 4 years later, probably a bit more. I've got more than half a litre of this stuff backed up. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so good. It wears so much better than it smells from the bottle. It does smell like TCP from the bottle. It smells like burning bandages that have been soaked in ointment. That was Christo's description of it. And thanks, says Rush. Now I am craving lamb vindaloo and chips. Oof. I also get woody maple syrup. Pretty sweet, but not horrible to me, says Germs. And then rebranded under a new Fanta flavour. Oh, no. Where's your De Profundis? I don't own De Profundis. I want a bottle. You should get it quickly, Marge. You know what? It's not easy finding it. No. You know. If you want a bottle of Gucci Guilty Absolute for men, I think it's been discontinued. And Saracens. I would love a bottle of Saracens as well. DJ's doing this, just pointing out all my weaknesses and faults. So, where's your bottle of this? Ah, you don't have that. Where's your bottle of this? Ah, you don't have that either. So let's have a quick little comparison. That's nice. All right. I know I have one pulled up. It's going to be fine soon. Bye. I don't know whether it's age, right? I think the reformulation is done very well, right? But that just smells creamier and thicker and deeper. Jura Rose is trying to pull out of a deal for those fucking... I can't have that, you've already said yes. Saracens, just get someone to go to the Paris boutique to get it for you. I want it in one of these bottles though, because all the rest, it's not that I want the previous formulation, although I do. It's that I want all of my Surge bottles to be the same. You know? Saracens, just get someone to go to the Paris boutique to get it for thee. I wouldn't mind going to the Paris boutique as like an experience for myself, you know. Bottle uniformity syndrome, bus. Yes, I've definitely got that. Like, it's definitely the type of thing that I would like do. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. That was delightful. Rich, do I need eau gingembre? Well, you don't need any perfume. But if you like tea, this is better than Gucci Pour Homme de. It really is. It really is. I would buy Gucci Guilty Absolute just in case I ever ran into Margie, but JJ's review said he almost finds it unwearable in public. JJ, for God's sake, makes me scared to blind buy. It smells like, I don't know if you know what TCP is, or like antiseptic ointment, like serious medical stuff that you don't wear for the sake of like cosmetic reasons. You wear it for medical reasons. You use it's like, it genuinely smells like medical cream, medical, like, and the stuff that burns a little bit when you put it on. It's definitely got that. But then imagine, right, bandages soaked in that and then dumped into a heap and set on fire. That's what it smells like. JJ knows what he's talking about, has his opinion, has his right to his opinion like everybody else. It depends what you think. What I would say is, right, I would never advise anybody to blind buy anything. But again, if you do blind buy something, it's your own fault if it goes tits up. It drive me mad seeing, this was before I had a channel, it used to drive me mad seeing people turn up in like comment sections and being like, you said this was fucking brilliant and I blind bought it and it's shit. And it's like, well, don't be such a fucking ass. You know what I mean? There's plenty of times I've blind bought stuff on people's recommendations, turned out that I didn't like it. It depends who you listen to. You should find people whose taste aligns with yours more often, you know? But I really like this. I actually disagree with JJ in that I think this wears better than it smells from the bottle or on a card. I think it wears brilliantly. Like, I absolutely love it. Very different. Not a hint of sweetness. Not a single hint of sweetness about it. Right? Nothing gourmand. Nothing sweet. No moisture about it. All right. It's very dry. It's very, I don't want to say sour, but it's got that kind of, I don't know if you were when you were a kid, your parents put this stuff on your fingernails to stop you from sucking your thumb. It's got that kind of like taste thing about it, like that smell taste, like really off-putting kind of thing. I just love it. Gucci Guilty Absolute is indeed challenging. I take 5 o'clock OG and Jambra over tea for 2. I love both. You have to respect Mitch's knowledge and passion for fragrances and his nose. Thank you, Rush. What, like Savlon? More like TCP. I don't know if you have TCP where you're from. I don't know if you're British, Nick. I don't know if anybody else in the world has TCP. But it's got TCP. It's got something. It's not quite as harsh as TCP, but getting there. You know, kills 99.99% of all like known bacteria and that. You know, type of thing that if you spread it on a petri dish, like if you spread it on a petri dish under a if you put it on a petri dish and the petri dish had bacteria on it and you sprayed it on, you could literally watch the bacteria die. That type of thing. Medicinal and dry petrol. It's got a slightly fuely kind of thing. It's also got a good night, DJ. It's also got a not just a fuel type thing, but a burning smoke, you know. You know when you put petrol on a fire to start a fire, and the petrol burns first, and you can smell when the petrol's burning, but then the petrol all burns off, and then the other material's burning, and you can smell the difference between the two types of smoke. This smells like an accelerant burning. This smells like petrol burning. This smells like it's got that smoke. It's got this kind of accord that Lone Star Memories has got. Lone Star Memories over here. What a fragrance. I was threatening to wear this today as well. I was going to play Red Dead Redemption. It's got this clean but charred, cleansed with fire kind of thing, you know? And I think what these two fragrances have in common is that they've both got vetiver and leather. And I think when you combine vetiver and leather and it's a certain way, you get this kind of dry, acrid, kind of post-apocalyptic fire thing. You know? All that hospital floor smell. Very clean. Fire starter briquettes, kind of. A lot of people choose not to wear deodorant in public, says Germs. The public can handle Gucci guilty absolute. Agreed. Thanks for news. Alright, I'm sampling that. Gucci sounds interesting, says Nick. It is. It's bloody interesting. If nothing else, it's extremely interesting. We used to bully the kids that stank of BO. Yeah, there's no excuse for that. Just wash. I love it too, Rich, says Margie. It's fantastic. We have TCP in Nottingham. Yes. Well, there you go. It's got that vibe to it, Nick. Yes, petrol cleansed with fire. Exactly. Usually in line with your taste, so I'll give it a go, says Tripler. You had me at Francesco Smaltly. I'll always be thankful for that. What a fragrance that is. I wore that last week. I shall wear it again, by God. Here it is. I love this stuff. This has got a slightly smoky. This has got a lot more going on. The lavender doesn't allow this to get into that kind of no moisture, dry. Oh, and the anise in it. The anise dries it out a little bit. It's balanced beautifully. It's fabulous perfume. This proper masculine, very good masculine, settled kind of perfume. That. Oh, unbelievable leather smoke fougere. Yes, absolutely. Smoky Italian leather. It smells like Italian leather, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It's not just like leather, it's Italian leather. It's like black leather jacket kind of thing. Totally masculine, says Margie. I have a minotaur. I have a miniature of Smalto Pour-Homme. Don't know if we've got a miniature of Smalto Pour-Homme, but I've got miniatures of Malto Smalto, which is a very nice lavender fragrance. Lavender and sandalwood. Oh, this is so good. I have many bottles of this. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oof. It's amazing how the fougere element keeps the leather fresh throughout the wear. Yes. Yeah. Like the patchouli oak moss kind of. There's like a patchouli. I think the oak moss adds to the smokiness, like that metallic kind of austerity, you know. And then you've got the lavender. I think there's patchouli in it, isn't there? There's a bit of a patchouli vibe from it. Smalto. If you've ever smelled the fragrance Smalto by this house, it's fucking rotten. I hate it. Honestly, it's foul. It doesn't say that there's a patchouli note, but I get this kind of, could be the Tonka. Fragrantica claims it's got fern. Fern doesn't have a fucking smell. Stop being obscene. Tarragon, lavender, rosemary, bergamot. Don't get much of the bergamot, but I do get the anise big time. I do get the anise big time. Vote for the ingredients. Oh, the pain. Sonny sent me a mini of that Francesco small pour on my Balenciaga pour on mini. That's just what I want. Just what I wanted. Got two now. Perfect. He's a good lad, Sonny, isn't he? Was that you that bought that Balenciaga pour on mini? I saw the feedback on his channel. I keep an eye on his eBay all the time in case he drops a madness. He's got a Patou pour on there, you know. 90mm for $6.50. I could give you his email address. I would have to ask him first, but I could give you his email address, so if you wanted to buy off him again, he could knock the eBay fees off for you. I'm all about that kind of thing. He's very good like that as well, and he's proper sound. He is proper sound. Paroli, some ferns do, I believe. Is there different kinds of fern, is there? They look like they would be like a verdant green kind of thing. But whether they actually would or not, I do not know. I have never before had a whiff of a fern, if I'm being honest. So me just taking some medicine, which is only legal in certain parts of the world, in oil form. I ran out of my painkillers yesterday. Excuse me. I ran out of my painkillers yesterday before bed. Literally, I couldn't take the dose I take before I go to bed, which helps us sleep. I don't. If you know anything about chronic pain, lack of sleep makes pain so much worse, honestly. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what a time to run out of your painkillers. Fuck. So I ended up having to take the devil's oil. You know, I've got a friend who makes Rick Simpson oil, so I've got a little tube of it, and I was like, ooh, I'll have that. Took that last night, managed to get to sleep. It was about this time, about 10 o'clock. I slept until 5. Literally woke up, bang on 5 o'clock. Unbelievable. Could have set your rooster by us. There are about 10,000 species of fern. And the devil's oil, yes, the devil's herb. Oil from the devil's herb. Processed. You know what I mean? Oregano, mate. Oregano. It's extremely good for my condition. I don't take it very often. I go through fits and starts with it, like. Just depends how I'm feeling. You know? It's legal in Canada. Exactly. It's not legal in this country because we're a bit backwards, frankly. But there we are. You know what I mean? It's the devil's oil. It should be legal for medicinal use. It's legal here but expensive. Yes. It's not legal here. It's ridiculous. It's a very tough process to get it through legal means as well. You've got to pay for it, and then I think they only send you it to smoke, which is no good to me. I can't smoke. I used to smoke it when I was a kid. I used to smoke a lot of it when I was a kid. And then, frankly, I just got sick. I didn't want to get high anymore. You know what I mean? I just got over it. Like, I just got over it, so I stopped smoking it, like, and then my back went and started using it again. So, but only in oil, and it doesn't get as high unless I take far too much of it, which I don't, because I don't want to get high. If it didn't work, I wouldn't use it. Next says, I always found it in moderation was excellent for my anxiety. Yes, a lot of people use it for that. That's another reason I stopped taking it as well. Started making us like paranoid and like lethargic, like you wouldn't believe. I mean, I'm not the world's most energetic duck as it is, but you know what I mean. It's too much of that stuff. Too much of that stuff, and I'm not doing fuck all. I'm not getting out of bed. Rush says, yep, it's completely legal here in Canada. There are at least 5 pot shops within a block of me. Good Lord. You know what I mean? Rarely will you get stopped and beaten up by somebody in the street who is like high on cannabis, you know? It's always the drunks and stuff who start fights, and yet alcohol is legal. Works incredibly well for nausea for people in chemotherapy. Yes, when I first started on that methotrexate stuff, the immunosuppressants, which is a chemotherapy drug, although mine is at a much lower dose. I should say. It really shouldn't be considered like chemotherapy, although it is a chemotherapy drug. When I started using that, I was using the oil, and it really did help with the side effect. You know, like the nausea and the what's the other one? Like the lack of appetite and the lack of sleep. It's incredible for sleep. Incredible. I'm going to put my Feminité du Bois back up here. I'm going to do a comparison video on them. I need to start doing some more content, like some actual fragrance content, instead of just unboxings and fucking first impressions and stuff. Like, do some reviews, do some comparisons, maybe some then and now kind of things. That sort of thing, you know. Oops, I have got rid of you. We'll keep going until 2 hours, shall we? Hello, Ramvanu. How are you? I hope you are well. Your Egoist comparison video was great, says Nick. Thank you. Would love a comparison video of Iris Nazarena and Iris Sondra. Iris Sondra, of course, by Naomi Goodser. That would not be a bad idea. They are similar, but they are different. Excuse me, I need to do the... I've got found samples of Iris de Venustus, so I need to do first impressions on the house. Oh, God, it's good stuff. I am blessed. Blessed on the same day. Rush says, I am hating chemo. The hair on my arms and legs leapt off my body and ran out the door, never to be seen again. And don't get me started on my port. I feel like I have a charger hanging off me. Oh, mate. It's not great, is it? The alternative is worse, though. The alternative is worse, Rush. Just remember that, mate. Keep going. One foot in front of the other. Sometimes it's just about getting through the next 10 seconds, isn't it? It's, I'd rather have Rush than not. But it's not great. It's not great. And yes, I've lost a lot of hair as well. Like, I could show you me leg. I won't, because, I mean, bloody hell. If I was monetized, I'd get demonetized. But I've got, like, very hairless legs. I've got a couple of patches, which is infuriating. I'd rather be completely smooth. But I've got a couple of patches where there is hair on my leg. And it's like, oh, just sod off. Just go. I'd rather have the uniform. The good thing is, I'll say this, the good thing is, right, is that my beard still grows, thank God. Oh my God, I'd be wounded without my beard. Because I've got to like have much head. I've got a substantial head, you know, and I'd look like a right fucking meathead if I didn't have my beard. So, because I haven't got any hair on my head either. That fell out for other reasons. That just fell out because I'm bald, like. Oh. Rich, do you have T-Rex? No, I don't. I found it. I don't want to say I found it too much. Excuse me. I just found it. I didn't like the metallic blood note, you know? I didn't like that metallic. I don't like metallic notes in perfume. Just had Platinum Egoist, which was sent to us by mistake, which I sold. Vintage Platinum Egoist. But I've just dropped that fucking Hades Divinustus, my God, man. But I just can't, I just can't, mate. I really can't, like. Ooh. Yes. All the best to you, Rush. Smooth duck legs. I was reading about 80's signature last night. Duck says triplet sounding like an interesting and polarizing, always good rhubarb composition, and by Dusha 4 to boot. Quite right. And on that note, friends, I'm off. I'm absolutely gasping for the bathroom. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, for commenting. It has been a good stream, an easy stream. The easy one's just where everything flows. Thank you for watching and commenting and liking and adding to the stream and the entertainment for me for tonight. I appreciate it greatly. I will see you all soon on the next live stream, but you'll probably get a video out of us tomorrow. Anyway, good night, everybody.